Hello guys, I hope all of you are fine. So in today's video, what I'm going to make is a Python code which will be able to find, from a bigger list of numbers, which will be able to find combination of numbers that will sum up to a given total. Okay, so if you have a bigger list of numbers and you want to find a combination of numbers from that bigger number of bigger list of numbers, which actually adds up to a given total. Okay, so let's quickly jump to the Python file where I'm going to write it. Let that list be, what do I make it? So maybe 7, 9, okay, 10, what else? 5, 8. Oh, okay, let's take a bigger number, 12, 3. Okay, and then we will try with more a different list. And the total that we are looking, we be trying to find is, maybe let's add 9, 10, 5, and then let's leave 12 and 3. So 9 and 10, 19 and 5, 24 and 27. Okay, so let's try to write the code for this. So okay, so def what do I call it? Find combination. This sounds to be an apt name. And okay, so what are we going to need as an argument here? Okay, so let's first understand this list and think how we are going to achieve it. Okay, so whenever we are passing this number 27, so how this will find the suitable combinations, it will start from the left of this list. It will start with 7. So it will first check if 7 is equals to the given total or not. What if I had passed 7 initially? Okay, so first it's going to check for the very first number in the list, if that is equal to the total or not. If not, then it will it will take the next number into this new list that we are preparing the combination list, and then that will be 7 and 9, and then we will try to add 7 and 9 and see if that becomes 27 or not. If again not, we are going to include the next number, so that will become 7, 9. Oh, 7, 9, 10, 27. No, you have 7, 9, no, it's 26, I'm sorry. So it will see, okay, does that becomes 27? No, it's not. So it's only 26. So it will again go take a step further. It will include 5 in the combination list, and then it will see if that equals 27 or not. But here the challenge will be the summation of 7, 9, 10, 5 will become greater than 27. So that then we know that with 7, 9, 10 as our base combination, the next number cannot be 5. Right, and then we will have to loop on and see what all rest numbers are there in the list, and if they can be combined to this 7, 9, 10, and if 27 can be achieved. So basically, if there is one, if there is one after this 3, that we will have to keep on iterating so that we reach up to that number 1, and then 7, 9, 10 and 1 will become 27, and hence we will find the combination. So this is how it is going to be. But then if in this scenario it is not going to find, so 7, 9, 10 and then 5 will become big, adding 5 will become greater than 27, adding 12 will become greater than 27, and then 3 will become, adding 3 will become greater than 27. So we will have to take a step back, and then we will start looking for a combination with 7 and 9, and we will skip 10, and then we will use 7, 9, 5. If that does not sums up to 27, then we will use 7, 9, 5 and 12, and so on, right? So as you see, we are continuously passing on new kind of combinations. So we begin with 7, 9, 10, and then we try 5, it does not works, so we will have to eliminate 5, and then we will still have to stick with this set and try the next number in the list. So this kind of problems can only be solved when we create a recursive function which is calling itself and trying multiple things to see if the solution we are trying to reach is met or not, right? So how will we do that here? So let's give some arguments that this find combination function will require. So the very first argument will be the total that we are looking for. So total. The next thing which this will require is the list itself, and then we will have to have another variable here, so which will be, so let's call it num list, and then let's call it combination list. Okay, so this is the list where we will be building upon the combination by iterating through the list and by recursively applying that. Okay, so and initially it will have to be blank, so let me make a default value to it. Okay, now once we have done this, what will be our next step? So there are our very first step here. So first step is to check if the passed num list itself is an answer or not. So you're basically understanding, right? So if the num list sums up to be total or not, so maybe the person who is using this solution is going to add all these numbers and passing that itself, right? So let's not put extra load on our algorithm, and the very first thing is we are going to check if that num list is in itself is solving or not. So let's check. So if sum of num list is equals to total, then we are going to print our result. So print the num list. So that's it. We don't need to do anything, and then return. That's it. We are going to come out of this find combination. But what if not? Then we will move ahead. And now we are going to check whether this combination list which has been passed here is summing up to the given total or not. So let's quickly check that also. Sum com list, okay, is equals to total or not. If yes, then print the com list and return. But if not, then we need to again try the next combination, right? So okay, so and before we try the next combination, let's also see if the combination list that has been passed is becoming greater than the required number or not. Okay, if that is becoming greater, then also we need to come out of this iteration and then go back to the previous iteration. So as soon as we find that 7, 9, 10 and 5 is becoming greater than 27, we need to come out, and then we will again try the 7, 9, 10 with 12, right? So that we need to do, that we are doing here. Now let's start to make the combination. So how do we do that? So for I in range, for index in range, length of the number list. So list of numbers that we passed initially to it, right? Because we are going to iterate through this list, and we are going to pick and choose one number at a time and put it into our combination list, so that we can, in the next iteration, we can see if that is summing up to give our desired number or not. Okay, so here now, since we have already done it, what should we do next? Let's get that number, catch that number, the first number, so that we can add it to our combination list, and that will be num list and I. Okay, so now if we take this number, so let's say we are beginning with this 7, we are moving this 7 into our combination list. The rest of the numbers that are left in this list is 9, 10, 5, 12 and 3, and not this 7, right? Because 7 we have already taken out and moved into our combination list. So that the next time this we are again going to pick the next number, it should not be 7, because always the numbers will be picked from the left side, so it should not be 7. Hence we will take out this 7 from the list. But if we modify the list, the num list itself, that is going to give us problems. So we will create another list here. So remaining list will become the list of remaining numbers after taking out the number which we are using into our combination. So how do we do that? So we will always pick this index and move, put it into our combination. So post this index number, we are going to take the rest of the number, right? So this will be like any num list, and it will be I plus 1 till the end. Okay, so this is going to be our remaining list. Now once we have done this, let's now again call this find combination. So this is where the recursion happens. Okay, so let's call find combination, and let's again check. Okay, so the total is going to remain the same, so we are still going to check if it is going to be the number 27, which was passed initially. Then here in the num list, what we are going to pass is the remaining item, right? Because in the next iteration we will be picking new numbers from this num list, and like here we are doing it, and that num list will be the remaining list from the previous iteration of the recursive function. So let's pass remaining list here, and now let's say what is going to be our combination. So we have already made our our combination is going to be, now we are going to define what our combination for this next iteration is going to be. So initially it was blank, but now here it is going to be comb list, and we are going to append this number that we have picked here, right, to this comb list, right? This is it. Now if I run this, what will happen is it will now pass the remaining list as num list, and it will pass the combination list which we have right here made. So combination list which is currently empty, and the first number from the num list. So our combination list here in the second recursion is going to be 7. So, and this is how it is going to give us the result. So let's try running this, and then we will go through it line by line to understand and see how it is working, and then we will maybe discuss a few more things. Okay, so let's run this. So if name is equals to, oh sorry, main, then okay, so let's call this at the bottom. Okay, and then let's go find combination, pass our, okay, so total, and then the list, and then we are, because the combination list will be made, so I'm not going to pass anything here. Okay, and let's try to run it. Okay, so I will, okay, so let's right click and run. Oh, so as you see, 7, 5, 12, 3. This is one combination. If I add 7 and 5, 12, 12 and 12, 24. Okay, 27. This is correct, matching 27. Then, so it has found all the combinations that sum up to 27. So the next combination it found is 9, 10, 9 and 10, 19 and 5, 24. Okay, so yes. And then this is 10 and 5, 15 and 12, 27. Yes. So it has found all the combinations. And as because it's a recursive function, it is happening continuously. So at every level at every iteration, whenever it is finding a combination which is summing up to the given total, it is printing that here. Okay, so this is it. But now let's quickly, guys, run through it through with let's put a pause here. Let's step through the codes line by line and see what is happening. So I'm going to run through the debugger. Okay, so I'm here. Let's begin. So F7, F7 and F7. So now this function has been called. Now you see the combination list initially is empty here. Now the num list is the entire list that was passed initially. And then the total that I'm looking for is 27. And my execution line is here. So now let's begin. So does the num list sums up to be the total? No. So it will not go here. Then does the combination list that we currently have, which is currently blank as you see here, is I hope everything you guys are able to see the numbers well. Let me actually increase the font. That will help. Okay, I will not be able to do it in the runtime. So let's continue for now. So does the combination sums up to be the total? So answer is no, it will not go there. Does the combination of the sum of combination is greater than total? No. Now we will begin. So now we are iterating through this list, and then we are going to pick the first number from this list, which is 7, and then the remaining list will be, as you see, the remaining list here is 9, 10, 5, 12 and 3, because we have 7 already we have taken out. And then we are going to call this function, this recursively, passing that same total. In the number, we are going to pass the remaining list, which is 9, 10, 5, 12 and 3. In the combination list here, we are going to pass the in this iteration, the combination list is blank, but we are going to append this number to this, add this number to this combination list and passing a total combination list here. So let's run this. Now in this iteration, now the combination list you see 7 and the num list is 9, 10, 5, 12, 3. So similarly, now we will again go through these conditions, checking them. And now let's begin with the with the range of this list, and we are going to pick the first number again 9 and we'll add it to our combination list, which already has 7 so far. So let's run it. So now the first number num is going to hold the value 9, which is the first number from the number list which has been passed to this iteration of find combination, and then the remaining list will be calculated, which will be 10, 5, 12 and 3, and again the recursion will happen. Okay, so again these conditions will be checked, and we already have 7, 9 in the combination list. It is going to go ahead and add the next number again, and now you see the combination list is 7, 9, 10 and the remaining list is 5, 12, 3, and this recursion is going to happen continuously, right? So until we find a match. So let's run 7, 9, 10, 7, 9, 10 and 3. Then 3 could not sum up to the desired number. It probably became bigger than the total. So took a step back. We have already taken a step back till 7, 9. And then we are trying different combinations. And 7, 9, 5, 12. So 7, 9, 5, 3, 7, 9, 5, and none of them worked. So this time the 7 and 9, 12 will be tried. Let's see if that combination again becomes bigger. So 12 will be dropped. 7, 9, we have already tried 7, 9 and all the combinations. So we are going to drop that, and 7, 9, 3 is being tried. So now we are back to 7, 7, 10. So let's quickly run this 7, 10, 5, 3. But it goes on, keep on, going into the recursion. So we really cannot go that long. But you have seen the results, right? And I have already given you a walk of how the numbers are the number list is being passed and the combination is being passed to get the desired result. So let's run this, execute it till the end, go to the console and see the results. Another thing is what, because we have this combination list here in our find combination, what if someone has passed a value here? Okay, so maybe I already passed a value with maybe what, 8. What will happen? So now if I run it, run and find combination, so you see 8 has been used in all the combinations that sums up to the given total. When even when 8 was not part of our initial number list. But why this 8 become part of the combination list? Because we enforced it here, right? So we are saying find a combination of list from this combination of numbers from this list, which sums up to give total of 27 when added with 8, so including 8. So this is what is happening. But what if you don't want the user to be able to pass a value here, right? So in that case, we will have to we will have to make a class, and then we will create a class with only total and num list, and that class will call this find combination. Okay, so how that is going to run. And another thing is, here you see everything is being printed but not returned. So so any recursive function never returns a value, right? But what if you want the value to be returned and stored, captured into a variable? So what I'm trying to say here is, if I say A equals to this, then ideally we should have the answers, all the matching combinations stored in A, and when I print A, it should give me the combination. So now if I remove this pause breakpoint and run it, you see these were printed because of these print statements, but this print statement, print A, has given us none, because recursive function never returns a value until and unless the value was found at the very first instance. We could have created a return num list, but other than that, if the recursion function has gone inside a multiple loop, a multiple iteration, it is not going to return a value. It will, if you have print statements, it is going to print. But what if you really want that to happen? If you want that recursion function to return you some value which you can capture in a variable and then use it somewhere, then what you will have to do is you will have to create a class. So let's make a class as a combination. Let's create the constructor here, and let's ask for what, the num list and the total. That's it. We will not ask for anything else. And then let's initiate these here. Num list, self dot num list is equals to num list, and then self dot total is equals to total, and then create a combination list here. Self dot comp list is equals to maybe blank. Okay, and what we are going to do here is, instead of printing, let's fill fill its place. So let's move this function inside our class by doing this. Okay, and let's, instead of printing, let's make them update the sem. Okay, so I'll have to use self here. Okay, self.comp list is equals to num list. Okay, and it will go here also, and it will be comp list. Let's see. Okay. And here it is going to simply return, and here it will become self.find. Okay, and so as soon as you create an object of this class, this function will be called automatically. So find combination, this will be called automatically, and as soon as it runs, it will update this combination list automatically with all the possible combinations that sum up to the given total. So this is what is going to happen. Okay, and here we'll have to pass the value. So total is going to be self dot total, and num list is going to be self dot num list, and yes, combination we are going to leave back. So now to be able to do this, run this, okay, so another thing, so this will get executed automatically when you create this class, and this will be updated. But how this class, see, you cannot have return from the constructor method of a class. So to be able to return the value of this combination list, you'll have to create another method. So return maybe a combination. Okay, so this way, and let's say return self dot combination. So this is how it is going to work. So now let's try to call. So we will have to first get a class. So let's say class is equals to combination. And what all does it requires? It requires the num list, which is list, and it requires the total. Okay, and now we can get the answer in CLS dot return combination. Now if we print the answer, you will get to see the answer. So let's run it. Okay, so run it. So now you see, okay, so it returned only 1 because, let me tell you why. So each time it was running through this, initially when we were using the print statement, the print was happening continuously, right? But with the print statements disabled, commented out, now it is going to store the results in the combination list of its parent class, right? But each time the this becomes true, it is going to override the combination list, and ultimately it will only be the last combination that has been pushed to this combination list variable, and which is getting returned through this return combination. So we can have a solution for that also, and I'm sure you guys will know that, but just in case if you want me to explain, write a code for that also, do let me know in the comments or email. So I think, and the other problem also got solved. So when we were directly calling find combination, we could have passed, we could have unnecessarily passed this value to the find combination, but with this creation of class, we have restricted. So now you cannot, if you try to pass a list of value here, then it will not work. It will give you an error. So if I run this, it is going to give error because the class does not accept the third parameter. So this is it, guys, for this video. Do let me know if you have any questions in this piece of code that we wrote today, and I will certainly answer to that. So you can comment me or send me an email, and do give me a thumbs up if you like this video, and yeah, that's it. Do subscribe my channel, and if you have for all the coders, if you have anything else, do any other questions, send me an email over my email ID stupidbutcurious@yahoo.com, and I will be happy to write a piece of code for you and explain it line by line over this channel. Thank you so much, guys. Have a nice day. Bye.